you guys so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you have not done so by now, please make sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe to the channel, bitch. Share the shit. Sharing is caring, honey. Yes, God. Also, hit the notification bell. That way, that ass will be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. What is wrong with this camera? And this goddamn fan in the background. Anyway, so yes, honey, we are here for my review of Chasing Atlanta, Season 4, Part 2 reunion, honey. Child, let's get into some things, honey. We got to get into it, girl. I don't want this to be too long. I have a fuck ton of notes. Let's run through it, shall we? And welcome to the channel, all the new people. I've noticed an uptake in subscribership and channel engagement. So I really do appreciate it, honey. Welcome to the House of Justice, where truth is served, bitch. Okay. Feel free to binge watch my videos. Let me know what you think. And again, thank you for joining me, honey. Child, I forgot to include my thoughts on the fashions, bitch, as it pertains to Imani Van Zant. 1970s church mother. I just wasn't here for the outfit, the over accessorizing, the hair. It just it matched the throne. It matched the throne, but I just felt like we've seen better on the Instagram lives. I just wanted to point that out. No shade, no tea. Just the fashions were abysmal. And it's like that. I say it all the time. It's like this with every reunion. It's just like, girl, we need a theme and we all need to stick to it. Okay? Like, girl. Anyway, I have to point out some things before we dive deep into, the minutia, bitch. Why were all of these folks just standing around? Throughout this entire long yellow brick road of a journey, bitch, we were on our way to see the motherfucking wizard girl. Hello, God. I just felt like the camera, like everybody would just, you see the girl in the background, you see the guy in this one. I'm just like, girl, like, come on now. We already got all these trees and shit caked up, girl. Hopefully I got y'all receipt from Home Depot and Lowe's, honey, because the Garden Factory or wherever it's from, because there was a lot of foliage, a lot of plants and things. I was like, girl. Anyway, I just felt like we could have did better with that. I wanted to point out something here. What the fuck was wrong with Wayne the Pain? This part 1 and part 2, he just seemed like really down and depressed. Like, I'm really concerned at this point. Like, I'm just like, okay, I thought he just had too many Steel Reserve 211s, child. Okay, I just thought he had too many of those and probably smoked too many Black and Milds and he was kind of lightheaded maybe. But bitch, like, it seemed as if he was really in his feelings, like he was sad or depressed or like, pick it up, bitch. Like, girl, like, but prayers to you, honey, because I don't know what you were going through. You just seem real sad. If you are watching the review, comment below. Let me know, what that tea was about. Because I was like, girl, like, what the fuck? Like, you're bringing down my vibe, bitch. But I also, I feel for you. You know what I mean? Let the girls know that you're okay. Another thing I pointed out throughout this entire reunion, part 1 and 2, is why the fuck were y'all even allowed to have your phones with you? From what I heard, and y'all excuse this Mexican invasion, honey, that's happening over here to outside. Excuse it. And no offense to my Mexican supporters. I love y'all too. Come up and style, honey. Okay. I just felt like everybody was on their phones, very disrespectful. Like, girl, that's not professional at all. Like, whatever it is can wait. You're doing a job right now. Okay. Another thing I pointed out, the narcissism of a lot of these people. Maybe it's egotism. I don't know what it is, but girl, a lot of the girls were referring to themselves in the third person. Bitch, and since we're talking about narcissism and egotism, I have to bring up Rico with the K. Girl, you were one of the main ones referring to yourself in the third person. How can I put this without being disrespectful? Because I do like you, Rico, but I see you get a little camera, girl, you get a little fame, you go to changing, and you turn into a real woman. I'm not being shady. I'm just keeping it real. Your album's called Top whatever the fuck, but you're serving real queen bottom. I'm the fairy godmother of the girls, dressed like King Koopa. So you had moments in here that I felt like, girl, you need to humble yourself. Y'all have not arrived yet. You've arrived at certain places in your lives, but like I just was not here. Maybe it was just me. I'm greatly offended by people who just are too self-involved. Yes, love yourself. I always advocate that. Love yourself, but sometimes it can come off like over arrogance, and then that looks like narcissism, then it looks like egotism, and then it just looks like, girl, I don't want to sit at your table because your table is full of fakery, fuckery, and fraudulence, and I don't have time for that. But and no offense, Rico, calling you, the queen mother and all that shit, but like you say you a top, but you serve real feminine bottom energy, honey. So I don't, girl. She was doing a lot of hand presses. I thought she was hanging around Troy too long, girl. Child. But calm down a little bit. Calm down a little bit, child. You'll be okay. It's all right. We see you. We know you're there. You don't have to make your presence be known. We see you, honey. We got you. We got you. Okay. This other thing I had to bring up, and I'm gonna need the cast to start reading books. I'm gonna need the cast to start learning how to speak properly, connecting sentences and things. I'm gonna need y'all to learn how to speak properly. I don't know if it's nervousness, because on some hand, I do see you guys, speaking intellectually and using proper, words and things. But on the other hand, I'm like, I've been seeing a lot of, like, I hate to say it, girl, like retardation moments, like hooked on phonics moments. And I'm just like, no God, no girl. Like, I know y'all are like semi-young, y'all about 30 now, bitch. And some of y'all might be over 30. I just feel like we need to read more, because reading is fundamental. And I'm not being shady, I'm being real. The more you read, the better your language skills become. So I push that y'all at least try to find a book every month, because it might take y'all that long. I'm gonna need more on, because some stuff I was like, huh? That word don't belong there, and you made up your own word, and girl, like, it just wasn't making sense. I felt like I was talking to fifth graders. But that's one thing. The last but not least thing that I had a problem with was, why the fuck would y'all serve us these Lauren England performances and music video while the show is going? This is what you should have done. You should have had her do her music video release at the end of part 1, and then you should have had her performance air at the end of part 2. There you go, bitches. I just didn't understand that. That really like threw me, and I was like, girl, whatever. Let's move on, honey. We opened the second part with Mr. Officer Bitch coming between Dominique and Travis as they were arguing. Travis was speaking about the mess between himself and Dominique. Travis even exposed his own experience with being molested in an effort to build his own bridge of unity with Dominique. Obviously, we see that when we sit down and peel back layers, bitch, we realize we got more in common with our so-called enemy. And then that's how we end up building that bridge of unity, so we might be able to be friends. Okay? So also understanding that there is a molestation history with Dominique that could be a reason why he took y'all's first meeting, Travis, so the wrong way. Because in truth, when you're dealing with that type of trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder tease, certain things can trigger a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Certain things can trigger people. I understand that. But the way that you dragged it along, you were meaning to be shady. You were trying to be a mean girl in that moment, and you were trying to cast Travis to the side. So in this particular situation, I'm not even going to pay a nod to the post-traumatic stress thing, because there's a difference in that. The way you behaved showed your true intention behind it. You feel what I mean? So we're not even going to pay that no mind, girl. But it's good to see that eventually y'all were able to overcome. Amen. We're here for it. And Travis, God bless you for having the strength to come out and, tell your business like that. Because experiencing things of that type of trauma, it's not easy to share with anybody. And like we always talk about in the Black community, especially in the Black gay community, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of hurt there, there's a lot of past bullshit that interferes with your adulthood. And then you wake up one morning and realize that you got a lot of fucking problems. So I do advocate therapy, having conversations, finding someone you can talk to, that way you can vent and get this stuff off of you. That way you can move forward into your destined place. Amen. Amen, honey. Okay. Child, I really don't give a fuck. Like, Armani, I'm surprised you even entertained this whole shrimp dick situation. Who gives a fuck? We know Travis was being shady. The girls just wanted to back him up into a corner and make him admit some shit. You feel me? And at the end of the day, Travis, you do have to admit some shit. But not, bitch, and I feel you though. You're not going to force me to do shit on y'all's time. I'm going to do it on my own time. Now, can we please move the fuck on? Because this was too fucking long, honey. Okay? Too long, honey. I almost felt like Monica. Am I still standing, bitch? Am I still standing? Am I? Because after all of that time, girl, my knees are weak, bitch. Okay? Anyway, and I also noted here too, let's be real here. Big dick nigga energy, they're silent. They don't speak on their dicks. So the fact that Oliver, you have to, my man got a big dick, and then Dominique, my man got a big dick. You don't have to throw that, girl. Because if your man got a big dick, it'll speak for itself. Hello, God. It doesn't need you. Anyway, honey, and then in this instance, while Dominique and Travis were going through their little tit for tat, honey, Troy decides to vogue on through, honey, with his little 2 cents and his grievances, girl. Child, whatever, girl. You need your moments, girl. And here it is where I mentioned that Rico is now coming off very self-centered, speaking about himself in the third person, giving himself flowers and such. Like, I'm gonna give myself my flowers. That's great, but let people. You haven't been around enough yet for people to want to give you flowers. What have you earned? Because this is the first time the public, us, is viewing you. So we don't know what you deserve yet, girl. Can we just keep it real? Child, okay. Then we see Rico and Q end up going at it about the shade from the beginning of the season. We did see the episode when Q, he was dressed like motherfucking Bruce Wayne, bitch, went up there. That's when he had just got his job as A&R for Sony, I believe it is. And he was going to do that scene with Rico. And he was judging Rico in his confessionals about how he probably needs to do better and things of that nature. And then Rico later on, watching that episode, did his own little shady moment about Q. And, at the end of the day, people are artists and they are sensitive about their shit, in the words of Erykah Badu, right? We understand. Moving on. At the end of it, they were able to, address the shit and have a kumbaya moment. We now move forward. We move to Troy in his voting journey with Kendra. Kendra explains her mind when dealing with the fight. She now sees the error of her ways and wants to do better. This whole reunion, part 1 and 2, Kendra was the symbol of grace. She was sitting there like Her Majesty. Okay, bitch? Like nothing was affecting her. She was able to effectively communicate and air out her grievances and have real, wonderful come to Jesus moments with these motherfuckers who she did not see it for coming into the season. So the fact that we're here, I'm here for it. A the fuck to the man. Okay. We take this long road because it's a very long road that we're walking down, honey. Okay, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We take this long road to ask everyone if they think Kendra and Wayne came to fight. And in this moment, we're talking about the fight scene that happened at Troy's COVID-filled, as we found out, girl, Troy had COVID, girl. So COVID-filled party, honey. Bitch. How do you say that after the fact? You put me in danger, bitch. Allow me to make the decision for myself if I want to come to your COVID event, your COVID birthday event. Like, that's dangerous, girl. Like, no, if you knew you had it before, bitch. That was fucked up to me. We need to do better, girl. We need to do better. the fuck out of here with that bullshit. I come to your party, girl, to have fun and get drunk. And the next thing you know, we're fighting. And then you tell me, oh, I had COVID during that time period. You trying to kill me, bitch? Anyway, so yeah, we're talking about the whole fight situation. And Amani Van Zant goes around to the crowd and asks everybody, how do they feel like Kendra and Wayne came to fight? Honestly, I don't think they came to fight, but I think Kendra came to address some shit because she did say, I really didn't want to go anyway, but I heard that Q and Lauren was going to be there and I haven't yet had an opportunity to address them. So if they're going to be there, then I'll go. And then we see that reflected in that scene where Kendra's like, well, I didn't come here for you, Oliver. I came here to talk to Lauren and Q. And I think Kendra was really pissed off in that moment to realize that those bitches didn't come. So that kind of is probably what took her up. Amen. In the midst of this whole situation, Imani decides to call out Troy for his use of the word tranny when him and Kendra got into that big ass melee. Troy said what I would say, and I'm going to be real with y'all. When you are in battle with the bitch, all bets are off, baby. Like, when you are in battle, you are trying to cut, you are trying to hurt, you are trying to kill, you are trying to maim, you are trying to destroy, you are trying to win. And sometimes the only way to accomplish all of that is by going deep. And I'm going to say, and I'm going to do some shit that's going to hurt your motherfucking ass. So, do I believe that Troy is transphobic? Hell no. I believe that in the moment, bitch, we are at war, and girl, it is what it is. Okay, let's move on. Another thing I wanted to say about Troy, you talk so fast. Again, I don't know if it's out of nervousness, but like, calm down, bitch. Calm down. Say what it is you want to say. You can talk slower than that, girl. I know you can. I know you're from Florida and that's that geeky shit. But at the end of the day, honey, like, you have to learn to so that people don't take what you're saying, because you get real emotional too, and that makes it seem like you're trying to turn up, and that's what may probably make a bitch want to punch your ass. Okay. Okay, we move on to the COVID crisis along with Black Lives Matter and Trans Lives Matter. We walk around the cast and ask them, how were they affected by the pandemic? More specifically, how was their business affected by the pandemic? Come to find out, for everyone who does content creating and who does this shit right here, it didn't affect them really too much. It actually. When situations like this arise, all we see with with all of these cast members is what I would say. You learn to adapt. One thing I'll say about each and every person on this cast, they got a hustle in their spirit. So they're going to make that motherfucking money, bitch. And all I have to say is, I know that's right, honey. Okay? We get to see Lauren having an emotional moment with her father. She finally decides to be honest with him and tell him that she is in transition. They have this let me talk about this real quick. The way that this man is devoted to his child and his child's happiness, bitch, most of us could only imagine and want for. Amen. Like, I don't know my father, never met him. I don't even think he knows that I exist. But so I'll never know what that feels like. I don't even know what a mother's love feels like. So when I see stuff like this, I cry. I'm not gonna lie, I teared up. A bitch teared up watching this particular scene because it was like, girl, and I was gonna get mad because girl, this is a reunion, not a goddamn catch along or a playback moment, catch up tease or whatever. But I was really here for it. I think it was needed. I think it answered a lot of our questions. I think it brought us closure, even though we all knew what the fuck was going on with Lauren and her transition. You feel me? But you never really know until it comes out of the source's mouth, right? Amen. So watching her dad just accept her openly and fully, and just wanting to be a part, and will do anything and move the fucking world, bitch, to make sure that him and his child are close. I'm fucking here for it. So, girl, congratulations, and hold on to that, Lauren. Please do. That's wonderful, and just to see you so emotional about this, like, God bless, honey. God bless. Nothing in this world I wouldn't do for you. I feel the same about you, baby. Ooh. We also get to the moment of Black Lives Matter and how that affected everybody. Q led a march, child, and everybody had their little experiences that they wanted to throw in there, and how it affected them. And at the height of George Floyd and what's homegirl name, girl, the Breonna Taylor child, all of the shit that we've been dealing with last in the year of 2020. And I'm glad again, Chasing Atlanta has been addressing these moments that impact our community. So shout out to that situation. We also had an opportunity to get into a conversation about Trans Lives Matter. Lauren England had a chance to weigh in. Kendra is basically going to be playing her mother, her fairy godmother child, in the ways of how to be in the life of trans. Personally, I'm ignorant to that experience. I'm learning through the years, amen. But I have to say that I'm glad that Kendra and Lauren are able to come together. I do believe that Lauren, she don't need to be educated on how to be a lady. She needs to be educated on how to walk in the life. I understand that because when I was coming out of the closet when I was 18, I had a gay mother who basically just gave me the game. You feel what I mean? And you need someone like when you're out here, you're a newborn baby, bitch. You need guidance. You need mentorship. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're reassured in who you are as a person, but there are things about this life that you're going to have to learn. And I'm glad that Lauren has someone that's going to be able to teach her how to roll. Amen. Um, we get to the point where Lauren decides that she wants. Damn, did I really go all that way? I guess, honey. Rico wants to ask Lauren out on a date, child, girl. We all get to sucking each other's titties. I wrote in here, but I'm here for the unity, bitch. Okay. Wayne the Pain and this 211 Steel Reserve. He was speaking out about how he feels about Q, and they end up coming to an understanding. Um, when you just have open conversations with people, amen. And then I'm saying this all the fucking time. I feel like I'm repeating myself more and more and more as these episodes go, as these seasons go, as these reality moments happen for us, bitch. It's just like have conversations with people. Push the bullshit out of the way and confront things head on. You'll be surprised that all of this is a big miss under motherfucking standing. You're having all this pressure and fever for a situation that doesn't even need all of that. That's a waste of energy, bitch. It's a waste of energy. And you see how easy it was for y'all to just be grown ass niggas and admit that, you know what, I could have dealt with this a little bit differently. Well, I didn't really mean this. And this is the first time y'all are talking. Come on now, man. Get it together. But I guess I have to say, at least we are here. At least some form of resolution or conversation has happened. But damn, it took this long? Jesus Christ. Whew, girl. So we end up wrapping up. Q and Kendra also have their come to Jesus moment, child. It was everything. They had a hug. It was good. Okay, we're able to move on. So we end up wrapping it up with the final thoughts and what's next for the cast. It seems like Rico was offered two deals. He hasn't decided on which one he wants to take yet. He didn't really specify, but I'm guessing it has to do with signing with a record label. Good for him. Child, Q is doing Chasing LA. Oliver is doing TV. Obviously, we now know he's going to be working with T.S. Madison. But I pointed out something that Oliver stated. He said that he's been doing a lot of self reflection and things of that nature, and that he realized that he needs to basically be a better person. And he said this, and I quote, "Hello, God." He wants to be a better person because he realizes he's about to walk into some places and doesn't want to mess anything up. Bitch, you told on yourself. You're not doing it to be a better person. You're doing it because you know you're about to walk into these high society ass places. And you know they don't like that kind of bullshit that you be spewing all over these web reality series, girl. You want to learn to be a better person because you want to take advantage of the superficial fakery that you know you're going to deliver to the people. They're going to see that side of you, but they're not going to know who you truly are. You should want to be a better person because you want to be a better person. Not because you want the professional world to perceive you as some motherfucking nice guy, some compassionate person, when deep down inside you're a cutthroat motherfucker. I pay attention to what people say and the intention behind what it is they're saying. The conviction. Girl, thank you for telling on yourself, though. It just continues to confirm all of my reviews and my perceptions about in Oliver Twist. But it's okay, girl. It's okay. There's always people like you in the world. Amen. Child Dominique is doing a dog grooming show in LA, honey, for HBO, and he's getting married. So congratulations to Dominique. Glad to see you got something out of me. I don't know if it was because of chasing reality, but you know, either way, I'm glad to see you hustling, doing your thing. And I do believe you're one of the cast members that I truly believe were like really on their shit before they even got on the show. So I'm not surprised that you're prosperous and making things happen. I sense a real hustle game in you, bitch, and I'm here for it. Okay? May not have been here for a lot of your shenanigans this season, but I think you make for good TV. I think you'll be back next season. I think you add something to the show. Just let's clean up a little bit of the fuck shit, but I think you're learning that, and I'm here for it. So kudos to you, honey. Child. Cameron has decided that he no longer wants to be in partnership with his friend with doing party promotions. So he's wanting to be independent. Girl, in the height of COVID, is party promotions the best idea? You already said that you have to get back into fashion. There's too many hats for right now. You already got a lot going on internally. Amen. You got a lot going on in your life. Can we just focus on one thing? Again, you can have, they say have multiple streams of income. That's fine. But don't starting businesses cost money to make money? So I feel like in a lot of stress and a lot of different things, and especially COVID-19, the clubs are full of these bitches who got COVID, girl. I just don't think that you need to be around that. You need to focus on the fashion. That's because you, whatever this fucking Dick Tracy overcoat that you wrapped up together, girl. Not here for it, baby. Um, but Cameron's doing well. I'm here for it, child. Do your thing, girl. Lauren decides that she wants to push her music and also, you know, the transition journey that she'll be on. Wayne and Kendra, basically, Wayne made us feel like him and Kendra were going to be parting ways, and he's no longer going to be her manager. They're still going to be friends and things of that nature. And Kendra's also going to be signing a deal. I guess she's getting some type of record deal that's in the works. So congratulations to them. That's the end of my notes. I just want to leave y'all with this again, honey. Like, y'all have to do better in your nature as people. This reunion showed a lot about where y'all come from, how much you guys actually relate to one another. So take the time to get to know people first before you judge them, before you start spraying them down, child, with your shade and all of the bullshit, child. Because it's just not, because at the end of it, all of y'all will look so stupid if you're just going to end up being friends anyway. But on the other hand, sometimes you got to go through war to realize who is your friend at the end of the day. And sometimes through that, you end up like, damn, bitch, why did we even fight? Why did we even cuss each other out anyway? Again, just take time to get to know people. Great season, and even in the height of COVID-19 and all the bullshit that's happening, child. Great season, great quality, and Dario, congratulations, congratulations, and to the production team, to the cast members, to the friends of the show, the people who were just a part of this project all through and through. It was lovely. I was here for it. It's always a pleasure reviewing chasing reality shit. because they are the ones, girl. They are the ones to turn to. Like, the other girls better step their pussy up, honey. Like, girl, Chasing Reality has what? Another season of Lovers and Friends. We have Dallas the Retreat coming, bitch. We have Chasing LA is coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot of fucking shows. Chasing Dallas. There's a lot of shows that these and more to come, I'm quite sure. You know, I'm here for it. Y'all got a supporter in me. The one thing I would like to say for Chasing Reality, though, I'm going to need y'all to show a little bit more love to the reviewers. It don't have to be me. It don't have to be me at all. It really doesn't. I'm just saying y'all need to show a little bit more love and appreciation to the people who put other people on your shows. A vast majority of my supporters say, bitch, that I wouldn't even be watching the show if it wasn't for you. So the same flack that myself and the Justice League used to give other shows, we're going to give that to y'all. Y'all need to definitely have a little bit more love and support in us. Just, we love y'all and we appreciate anything, you feel me? But at the end of the day, a little acknowledgement will be nice too. Amen. That's all I got. This is long as a motherfucker. Y'all can probably catch us on y'all lunch break. Okay. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this reunion. My thoughts on the reunion. If I was wrong, please let me know in what way. Hello, God. Okay. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Hello, God. And remember to be blessed and never stress, guys. Bye.